Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning? Cheers. So yeah, I'm stuck on the couch this morning. I'll show you why. I got this guy stuck on my lap, so I am going to do my introduction from my recliner this morning. So today I am heading north. I'm going for a nice overnighter. I have two locations picked out where I'm going to camp. One is in Grates Cove, and the other one is around Capelin Cove or Lower Island Cove. It's kind of in between the two. There's an area there that was recommended for me for camping. So fingers crossed that one of those spots has somewhere for me to camp, because if not, then I'm probably going to go into panic mode and try to figure out, okay, where the heck am I going to sleep tonight? So that's my plan today. I'm going to head up towards, I'm going to take the Trans-Canada, head up past Dildo, up past Heart's Content, Winterton, those places, and I'm probably going to go to Portagrey first and get some videos and drone clips there before I actually go up to Grates Cove. Because once I get to Grates Cove and that spot is actually there to camp, I'm going to be just settling down for the evening. But if that's not, if that doesn't work out, well, then I got a little bit more riding to do to get down past Capelin Cove and try out the other spot. Stressful day ahead of me, trying to figure out if I'm going to have a place to crash or not. But I'm pretty sure that the nice scenery for that coastal ride is going to settle my nerves. In the meantime, this is what I'm doing now. I'm actually just drinking my coffee and got my most recent video on in the background, where I went up around Sunnyside and Arnold's Cove and those places. So I'll show you on the map quickly where I'm going. So there's a map of the island of Newfoundland, and as you can see, whoops, I'm right here where it says home, and I'm heading up to Grates Cove. Now I'll zoom in for you. So here we are zoomed in, and I'm going to start from St. John's all the way to Trans-Canada out to near Whitbourne, then make my way up along this coast along here past Dildo and Heart's Content and those places. And my plan is to stay right there where Grates Cove is. There's a little spot there close to the Lighthouse that's supposed to be good for camping. It's more ideal for RVs, but I can't see why there's not a spot for camping. And if that doesn't work, well, I'm going to make my way down to, where are you? Western Bay. It's somewhere up around here, I think, or down here further. That's the other spot I'm going to try out. But either way, that's my route for the next 2 days. Hope you enjoy the ride. So now it's time to kick the dog off my lap and get ready and go. I feel bad about leaving my dog every time I go for a ride, because he's home alone, and he's 12 years old, or going on 12. And he hates being alone. He loves being around one of us, all of us. He's a people dog, and so I do get stressed knowing that I'm leaving him for a few hours. My son will be home around 5 or so it's only 5, 6.5, 7 hours, I guess he's got to wait. I know he'll survive, but he'll be stressed. Anyway, time to get him off and get going. If not, I'll have an hour of video recorded before I even get out the door. So I'll see you on the bike. All right, Rex, gotta get up, buddy. Sorry. I know. You're comfortable, and so was I. But I gotta get ready and go. Sorry. I'm getting fairly close now to the turnoff to go up towards Dildo. The weather has been back and forth, fog, drizzle, a little bit of sun at one point. So I'm sure that's probably going to be what I'm going to experience for the rest of the day, I'm thinking. But hopefully it doesn't get too bad. We're supposed to get a few sprinkles later, but I don't think it's going to be enough to do any damage.
Besides, anything that falls right now, at the pace it's coming, it just dries right off me anyway. So anyway, just checking in with you to let you know that I'm here, and sit back and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be longer. There's going to be lots to see on this one. Alright, stay tuned. Well, this area right here is Blaketown. Last time we were here, Robert almost had an accident. He got, there was a vehicle coming over into our lane. The vehicle in front swerved, and anyway, it was a close call, but everybody came out on top. That was good. Speaking of close calls, the weather forecast is nowhere near close. It was supposed to be in the high teens, early 20s. But my thermometer is showing 11 degrees right now. So I'm dressed for about 8 degrees warmer. So that means I'm a little cool right now. But that's alright, I'll survive. I've been in colder. South Dildo. Really old shops and that way. God, I hope this fog lifts. If not, it's going to be like a couple of my other rides. The ride down to Calvert, where it was nothing but fog the whole time. And it's not too bad. You can still see out a ways, but still prefer the sun today. Sea otter or sea elector. Just basking in the fog. Could be a long ride today though, because not even 10 minutes off the highway and there's already traffic backed up ahead of me. Try not to let the traffic take away from that stuff. Like, how picturesque is that? Wharf out in the water with the fog in the background. The Burn Cafe, South Dildo Park. Funny story, I went to book a campsite, and I booked one for Dildo Run because I assumed it would be here in Dildo. And a day before I was supposed to go on my trip, I looked at the map and realized, alright, no, that's a different Dildo Run. And this location was way up towards Twillingate somewhere. So that would have been a little bit longer than the 1 hour ride I was anticipating. Welcome to Dildo. I think I'm going to take the little scenic route down around Dildo Cove. It'll connect me back up to the highway, or that main road I'm supposed to be on. And it was just 3 weeks ago we were down here, me and Robert, and oh my god, I forget his name. I'm thinking Sam. Hope he's not watching this. A little library. Wonder is there any Stephen King there? I'm probably not going to stop anywhere in Dildo on this trip. I've been down here a couple times before and stopped, took drone clips and that. Although I'm tempted. Damn, the temperature dropped another degree. It's 10 degrees now. The harbour's nice and calm today, though. Doesn't that look nice? Don't see any whales around. I don't know if whales come here or not. For those who don't know, this is the Dildo Brewing Company. I don't see the mayor around. Jimmy Kimmel, that's who I'm referring to. Yeah, it's a nice day. I think I will put my drone up. Turn around down here. Deja vu. It's getting harder and harder to get off my bike. Well, there's a glimpse of Dildo. You'll have to come yourself if you want to see more than that, because that's all I got time for today. So, off to the next community. All the ducks. Well, goodbye, Dildo. We'll see you again another day. Well, I got a little bit of a start that time. I was at a stop sign turning left, and the traffic's all coming towards me, and this lady, as she approached where I was waiting at the stop sign, she hit the turned on her signal light to turn in, and I was just easing my way out, and she decided to go straight, and I was like that close to being T-boned. So my heart rate is up a little bit right now, and of course I'm a little bit pissed off at that lady. Anyway, I'm trying to calm down now. I'll just keep riding until I feel better. That's usually what ails you. I'm not sure what this guy is going to do. Oh my God. I think he's drunk. Gotta be drunk. I think they're all f***ing drunk here. Sorry, I gotta bleep that out later. Yeah, that close call got to me. This area here is Grates Harbour. Funny, approaching here, it almost reminds me of Dildo, except there's no Dildo sign. So now you can say you've been to Grates Harbour. Winding road for 1 kilometer. Perfect. Every motorcyclist's dream. Except when you're in a small community. Straight ahead you have Shag Rock. You probably can't see it that well from this camera, but so I'm pretty sure this community where you can see Shag Rock from is Whiteway. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love coastal rides. This is the community of Cavendish. Actually, I don't think I can get over there. Yes, you can. Let's go over here where the little tiny houses and that little tiny church is. Tempted to get off, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm gonna keep going. You've seen it. You know where it is. Now you can come back. Although a drone clip would be nice. Wouldn't be able to put the drone up anyway because it's raining a bit. So I had no choice but to leave anyway. Somebody had pulled in their traps. Speaking of traps, I'm going to shut mine now. I should have took the shortcut across the middle of the town. I can't remember if it said it's Heart's Content or Heart's Delight or Heart's Desire. It's one of those, and Islington, I think is how you pronounce it. Well, I'm here. I might as well go and do this little roadway. Actually, I was here one time before and I stopped out there by that rock and took some pictures. Yeah, just doing a loop. Seen this little dirt road and I had to take it. Some kind of a flagpole or something out on that little island. Be nice for kayaking. A little something to aim for. Oh, nice steep hill. Full of dirt, grit. Again, one of the nice things about this motorcycle is I can change it to rain mode, which means when I crank on the throttle, it's not going to give as much torque. And also, it has the hill assist, so when you squeeze into front brake, it holds it for a few seconds to give you time to move ahead. I'm spoiled. I know. This thing does everything except drive itself. Not sure what this community is. I lose track. Usually convenience stores or something has the first name of the community in it. Heart's Delight. Islington. There we go. Still in the same area. Or is it Islington? 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 I'm not sure. Heart's Desire. Well, Heart's Desire is not a big community. No, it's not the smallest. And this area right here is Heart's Content. I'd be even more content if it wasn't raining. And here comes a dad joke. It really dampens my mood. Sorry. As long as the rain has stopped when I set up my tent, I don't care. I don't really want to set it up in the rain. Before or after the rain, I'm okay with. So I'm going to stop at this gas station, I think. Might even throw on my rain gear. Excuse to stop. So that was unsuccessful. No gas. That gas station, I guess, is closed down. But at least I got my rain pants on now. Oh, I was out to that lighthouse before one time. Back when it was nicer weather. A lot of old buildings in this community. There's always lots of boats around. And this is Old Perlican. New Perlican, sorry. I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. And of course, I got it wrong. Welcome to New Perlican. My tongue has been twisted the last few weeks. Just in case you want to follow along on the maps, right? What a scenic, look at all those beautiful spots. If it wasn't raining, I'd be stopping more. Goodbye, New Perlican. Next stop, I think, is Winterton. Yes, I remember the nice war memorial they have here. All the different flags from the different provinces. It wasn't a memorial, it was just, I remember those flags. Oh yes, we stopped here with the motorcycle club one time. Last year we came for a ride with the Canadian Veterans Military Club MC. Oh, that's a nice park there too. This little tucked away community is called New Chelsea. I don't know why it's trying to turn me around. Google Maps is messing with me today. So, New Chelsea. No whales, but at least the rain stopped. And this little community is New Melbourne. Everything is new. Not much around here. Up this way kind of reminds me of riding around a boot down in the Whitbourne Peninsula. Except the roads are better here. Welcome to the town of Old Perlican. I wonder, does Old Perlican have a gas station and a coffee shop? I could have sworn I seen a Robin's on Google Maps around this way. I think I might actually scoot down to Old Perlican before I go up towards, oh, there's a Robin's right here. How's that for, well, let's fuel up and get a coffee. I haven't been down this way before. So. Might as well do it while I'm here, right? It's a big area, big community. Actually, I have been over here before. At least I think I have. Because I do remember this very congested area of boats. Because I was out around on the wharf and stuff. I'll go up this way. Alright, let's get to Grates Cove. It's a bit early yet, but I don't even know which way I'm supposed to be going right now. The service up here, cell signals off and on, in and out so much, and Google Maps keeps glitching out on me right now. Even though I do have all of the offline maps downloaded, still it kind of. Oh yes, I forgot about that garden. I've been there, that memorial. Alright, I think we're on track. Off to Grates Cove. Grates Cove, 7 kilometers. Grates Cove. Beautiful area. Apparently my ex-neighbor is from up this way, Scott. Oh, I see whales. Off in the distance you can see a pod of whales out there. There's 3 or 4 of them. A place there to have a seat, have a coffee if I want it. Beautiful. Before I stop anywhere, I'm going to give a ride through though, as I usually do. What are the chances you can camp down there where that little rest area is? I'll take you down there first, and then we'll keep going over the road a little ways. got the flattened area there. Do not park on grass. So I think I might come down here and spend the night right there. No whales in this way. That's nice though that they got that spot back there that says free RV parking. That's pretty cool, because a lot of people come into these communities and they have no idea where to go, what to do, and like I don't know where to go, but that's my spot tonight. I'm going to head over to the other side a little bit further first and see how things go over that way. What time is it? Man, it's only 3 o'clock. I don't know if I got enough in me to kill the rest of the day just sitting around here. But by the looks of it, there's lots to go around and take photos and videos of, so that's what I'll probably do. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to take the tour on the bike, and I'm going to go back, I'm going to set my tent up, eat my sandwich, maybe not in the right order, and then I'll start getting my drone out and do some exploring. Maybe those whales will come in close enough to get some drone clips. That would be pretty cool. Perfect job site. I actually put a post on the Grates Cove Facebook page, but I kept Suzie store. But I tried twice and both times it didn't post. I don't know if the admins just wouldn't let me post it, but it was basically me asking, hey, is there anywhere around in Grates Cove that I can set up my tent? No parking. So if there's no parking, then how do you go up and have a look? Who knows, maybe I'll walk over this way afterwards once I get my tent going. What a beautiful spot. I mean, look at this. Most people, when they do the Bacaloo Trail, they don't come up this far. They usually cut across a little bit lower. So this is what you're missing out on by not coming this far. I wonder where that lady went. I might stop and ask her if it's okay to camp over there. I'm just going to go and set up and assume that it's okay. I mean, if they're inviting RVs in, I can't see why I can't just put up my little two-man tent. Alright, I'm going to pause while I'm thinking about this. I didn't put the camera up when I was setting up the tent. I forgot. Oh well, it's up, as you can see. Good view. Well, I'm in desperate need for some food because I never even had breakfast yet. It is 10 to 4. So I'm going to eat my sub that I got at the gas station, and then later on this evening, if I'm hungry again, I'll fire up the grill and get some burgers on the go. And to get some electrolytes in me as well. On today's menu is Hungry Human Sub. So I hope that's not made with human meat. Let's see. Bread, bologna, Black Forest ham, salami, processed cheese, mayo, mustard. Contains wheat, soy, milk, egg, mustard. May contain sesame seed. Good. No onions. I can't stand onions. As long as there's no onions, it should be good. It's good. It'll hold me over. Alright, I'll give you a little tour of the area now. There's my accommodations for the night. See that window? You look right through, the other side is ocean. Except for the bench. Donations. You know what? I might have $5. I mean, I will put it in because free campsite. Can't complain. Sat in that chair a couple years ago. Me and my wife and son and dog were here. I assume that this is our little library. Look at that. Don't see any Stephen King. It's alright, I got my e-reader so I can Alright, my belly's full. Got some Gatorade in me. I'm gonna go for a little stroll around the community, just to go for a stroll, check it out. Actually, I should grab another joint before I go. Nah, I can do without it. I'll get it when I get back. Nice little spot there to sit and watch the whales. This is actually pretty cool. That's why I decided to come here and actually set up my tent, because they got that area where my motorcycle is. They got that flattened out for people who own RVs. That's pretty cool. Generous.
Mabel sitting site. Hey, there's my campsite. I love the color of that house and those chairs in front of it. I think that's just awesome. That's all I want, a house that size and chairs in front of it. As you can see, I brought my drone with me on this walk just in case I bump into some whales. The other two are back being charged. So I got one battery left that's full and I'm saving it just in case a whale happens to come by. Because you never know. You can see them out there everywhere. Just they're off too far right now. Guess what? I found a way. Get it? Anchors away. Sorry. I had to. I seen the anchors and I just had to. Nice place to sit. It's too bad I don't have something with the proper zoom, like one of those $20,000 lenses, because there's at least a dozen whales out there that I can barely see with my eyes, so there's no way you're going to be able to see, actually eyes, because I have two. There's no way you're going to see on the screen, so I'm not even going to bother filming it, but just wanted to tell you about it. There's a whole bunch of whales out there. And if you look way over there, you can see my tent. It's a long walk back. Took me 15 minutes to get here. I don't know if I can make it back. Although I got no choice. I got burgers back there in case I get hungry. This was supposed to be a stroll, not a hike. Darn it! The things you do for the views. Almost there. I always thought that thing was a lighthouse, but it's not. They probably replaced the lighthouse. Alright, it was worth the walk. Alright, back to my tent. Gonna make this hike again. But on the bright side, it's all downhill from here. I thought that was when I hit 50. Actually 40, more like it. But yeah, it is all downhill. Seriously. See? Except for that first little knobby thing I gotta go over, but I can manage that. There's not a lot of trees out this way, so you probably got no choice but to use rocks as fences here. It's a lot of, everywhere you look, it's like rock fences. Wonder what was here at one point. I lied. It's not all downhill. I forgot about this other hill. Alright, I wonder which way I gotta go. Oh, look, a conveniently placed arrow. Alright, I'll go up. Oh man, climbing up sucks. There's plenty of lobster pots out there, that's for sure. Oh, my tent is waiting. Well, picnic table's waiting. Well, I think I'm only going to stick with this half of Grates Cove to explore, because to go that way, it's all uphill. I'm tired of hills. I don't mind this one that I'm on now because gravity works in my favor at times, and this is one of those times. It's like cruise control. As long as I don't have to stop, I'm good. There she is, guys. Home sweet home. I found a $5 bill. As long as I don't need it for gas. So I am going to toss that into the donation bin. It's a small price to pay for a night out. There we go. Alright, I'm missing something. My bag of cannabis is in the tent. I gotta get up again. And you know what else I forgot? Oh man, I think it was because I knew I wasn't going to be sitting around a fire. I forgot the Smuggler's Cove beer, which was supposedly my tradition. Well, I'm 1 for 2 now. I'll remember it next time. I promise. Because that's what I was looking forward to the whole walk back. I was thinking, there's something I'm missing. There's something that was going to be really refreshing when I got back, but I don't know what it was. And as I was walking, I clued in, oh no, the contrabando is still sitting on the top shelf of my fridge. As long as my son don't drink it, we're good. I'm all stressed out and confused right now. It's like I got too much stuff in front of me. And I'm torn between making a coffee, which is what I think I should. Yeah, I'm going to make a coffee before I do anything, because I had 1 coffee this morning and I got a bit of a headache now. So that's probably the reason. I'm without caffeine. I need my caffeine. Give me some caffeine. People around here are probably listening to me talk to myself and think I'm a total idiot. Then they get to know me and realize they were right. At least I'm getting the hang of this thing anyway. I even brought a second one too, just in case. Alright, so that's the drinking water. I think I got water in here. That's for this. Oh, jeez. I guess I gotta make coffee with my drinking water. It's alright, I'm not using much of it anyway. Enough for a cup? No, maybe more. I brought my fancy coffee cup today. That's it. It's my coffee cup. See? Collapses so tiny. It's not much. It's not much smaller than my little Tim Hortons one that I carry around, so I figured I might as well utilize my space better. think these cups were made for hot beverages, because yeah, they get pretty hot. So I won't be using that anymore for hot beverage. It's great for cold beverage, but until that cools down, I can't drink it. Watch it melt. Oh well. That's how you learn your lesson, is by screwing up. Well, I can hold it by the edge, maybe. Cheers. No, I'm not going to try it yet. I'm going to wait. I can only imagine the show that they just seen, because all those whales out there, and that's where they just came from. Alright, now it's time for the taste test. Cheers. Oh, it's perfect. Temperature's good. Taste is good. I needed this. Not as much as I needed a contrabando though, but this will do for now. It's going to have to. Man, I can't get over all the whales out there. Like, I'm watching them from here. You can see the spray going up over that way. Eagles over that way flying. Bald eagle up there. More whales over there. This certainly beats any campground, that's for sure. No idea if this is going to catch it or not. I got it zoomed in. Let's see what happens. Let's work on them down there. Yeah, double zoom. You can see the eagle in the distance. Anyway, this is probably a waste of film. I have to cut that roll off the roll later. I have a problem. Many problems, but this one in particular is pretty near and dear. I forgot my meds. I got lots of my cannabis prescription with me, thank God, but I forgot my sleeping meds. They're at home on the counter, along with my roll of toilet paper, I think it was, and a couple other things that were in a baggie together. I figured toiletries and medications, because they usually come out of your medicine cabinet, right? So I'm without my meds now. I'm off my meds. So I'm going to be relying on my cannabis oil big time tonight. And luckily I brought my my little headband. This is a Bluetooth headband, so I'll wear that and play nature sounds to keep all the other noises that tend to wake me up from getting to me. Can't believe I forgot my meds. I'm assuming I did. I went through everything and haven't found them, but that's not to say I didn't pack them and just can't find them. Oh well, I'll survive a night. I'm after forgetting them before. The only thing is, if I don't get my sleep, I'll be very cranky tomorrow. So we could be just hopping on that bike and going straight past Portagrave and not stopping, because I might just want to get home and just get the heck out of all this. So here I am on my third puff of weed. Fourth. And people think that this kind of dumbs you up a bit, or dumbs you down. But thanks to that weed and me thinking, I just realized. Oh, can't do it with one hand though. There's my little toiletry bag in here with my medications. Yes, I got my meds. I'm good. False alarm, but it was alarming. Well, at least I found those meds, but that still didn't solve my contrabando problem with that beer. That beer, that's definitely not here. I'd almost trade
the beer for the meds. Actually, I would. As long as I got my cannabis and I got that beer, I should be alright. Especially here. There's just me and nature pretty much, because the closest house is about 300 feet away, maybe. Alright, it's time to start cooking. Only because I'm bored more than anything. Get this going. See how this goes. Oops, I think she went out. Still going. No, it's going out again. Might be too windy for this thing. Again, I'm just going to explain something. I'm an idiot today. The reason this is not working is because this is not on there, and that is laying flush with the top of the stove, which is smothering the flame every time I do it. So I need to put this on first. Yeah, at least I know my stove is not broken, but see if it works any better now. Let's try this one. Oh my god. I forgot the beer, but I got this. Perfect. Oh, that's a lot better than sitting on board on plywood. Not plywood, on plank. Either way, you get the point. I'm glad I'm not starving to death because I ran out of propane in one tank, and it takes a while to fry a burger on it. As long as I got enough for coffee in the morning, I'm good. So it might be just one burger tonight instead of I brought 3. I don't know what I was thinking, because 2 is usually my limit. But we'll see how this goes. I might only have 1 yet. Alright, that sub is still sitting in there too from earlier. Since the patties are actually big enough, I'm going to cut one in half and make 2 burgers out of it. So now I feel better. 2 burgers in me, kind of. Sorry, I probably smoked too many joints right now. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my burger. Yes, I'm having another coffee. You got a problem with that? Nah, it's a little cool, so I figured I'd make a coffee just to warm up, have something warm in my hands, and get something warm in my belly now that my burger's gone. Coffee and supper is done, so I'm gonna go over and sit down and stare at the ocean for a little bit. Come on, I'll show you what I'm gonna look at. And this bench, Wilfred Snellgrove. You know what? This is probably the first time I actually paused today without looking for something to do, looking for something to say, looking for something to film, which is kind of ironic since I'm talking to you on camera right now, but I'm just letting you know that this right now is the first time since I left the house today that I didn't have a shot in mind or something in mind that I needed to do on this ride. So this is going to be me doing absolutely nothing for a while. Swatting away black flies. Alright, I won't make you watch this part. I'll relax without you. Actually, let's walk over the trail a little ways. Haven't been over here, so I might as well. I'm not going too far. That was funny. I seen those signs hidden in the grass, so I had to go out and pull the grass away to see what they said. And the one on the left said, "Caution, unstable ground." I'm thinking, damn, I had to go all the way out there and stand on unstable ground to see what the sign said. Holy crap. Good thing I take lots of breaks in between clips. Yeah, I'm getting old and fat. Can't handle the stairs. Gotta keep taking breaks. That's not good. I know that. Well, I'm all set for a nighttime routine. I did break out my speaker. I'm gonna play some nice, quiet music in the background. Well, it's gonna be quiet, but the music is not quiet. You gotta be playing hard rock and metal and hip hop, whatever comes on. But the volume will be low. I'm not gonna disturb anybody. So while the music is playing, I'm going to be snacking on these guys. Last time I brought these other crackers, I forget what they're called, but they were good. But this is all I had this time. And once my crackers are gone, I'm going to probably break up my e-reader and read some. Right now I'm in the process of reading Wizard and Glass by Stephen King. So once that's done, then I got my meds, my sleeping pills, yes, that I thought I never had. And in the meantime, I broke out my toque because it is cooling down quite a bit, and it's a possibility I might need to throw my toque on later. And if I need to find anything, I got my brand new USB-C chargeable headlamp, and in order to read, I got my glasses, my reading glasses. See all the crap you had to pack when you go away just for a night? It's so easy to forget stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this joint and then listen to some music as I'm doing it, actually. I know one thing, I can't wait until it starts to get dark so I can have a pee. I'm busting. And there's no public facilities around here, right? Good thing I don't have to do a number 2. I'd be really screwed. Just seen the big tail that time, and most of the day or most of the evening they've been just slowly swimming back and forth across there. No big dives or anything like that, but finally that time you got to see the full tail going up in the air and straight down. It was I wouldn't have been able to catch it on this camera, but it would have been nice to be able to show you what I seen. It was pretty cool. Look at them out there. I can't get over it. I'm bored of whales now. I'm sick of them. Never get sick of whales. But it's amazing how many are out there. Kind of curious if they're going to make their way further south or not, down around Bjorn. There's the Capelin Harbour rolling down that way now. I'm not sure what they were after out there. It's probably capelin, maybe herring. I'm not sure. I have to ask one. Alright, it's time to get some candy. Yes, we need some candy. Gummies in particular. Gummy time. Oh, jackpot. These feels, they're pretty good. I find I need to take a couple bags of them because one is not quite strong enough. But these are so tasty. And they do taste like candy. I'll show you what they look like now. Maybe. Come on. See? Perfect snack. See, the nice thing about those gummies is they'll kick in just as I'm going to bed, which is what I want. And then once I'm in bed, I take indica oil, which will kick in as those gummies wear off. Plus I take Dopaclone as well, sleeping medication. So between all of it, I end up getting knocked out. So it's never an issue of falling asleep. The problem is staying asleep, because usually any noise wakes me up. But if I'm heavily medicated, I tend not to wake up near as much, which is why I do what I do right now. I'm taking indica joints right now to help mellow things down, get my anxiety down, keep it down, that kind of thing. Same thing with the gummy. The gummies are indica, which also is relaxing, calming. And when I go to bed, I take indica oil, which eliminates nightmares, which is great. I used to love nightmares, but then they got kind of weird and messed me up a bit. So I'm glad now that the indica oil takes away nightmares. You don't dream at all, and I miss that though. I do miss dreaming. I enjoy that other world or whatever it is that we're experiencing when we go into dreamland. And there's nothing like getting a good start and frightened and it wakes you up. Because you're in a dream, you know, nothing can happen to you. You're safe, and it's almost like a virtual reality in a sense. And I kind of like it for that reason, because you get to experience weird things that you would not experience walking around here in Grates Cove. So, I don't know what I was talking about or where I was going with all of this. Yeah, I don't even know. I was talking about gummies and how as they're part of my prescription as well. So, I'm not just a stoner. I'm prescribed. All of this is prescription. It helps me deal with things. And oh man, those whales! I can't get over it. Sorry, I can't get over it. It's like they're still out there. It's almost 9 o'clock at night, and you can still see all the mist from when they surfaced. Yeah, there's at least probably, I'd say 8 of them right now in front of me. I was talking to a guy earlier, and he said that earlier today they were all in close to the harbour, so in just in this area right here. Because right now they're off in the distance, off past that point you see on the left, and they're off quite a ways. But earlier today they were in this way right here. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow morning and 2 whales. That'd be pretty cool. Not that often that happens. Wake up to a whale. Sorry. The military in me just kicked in big time. Never woke up. I'm gonna go to hell for this, but I've woken up with whales before. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pause this now and regroup because I don't want to go down that path. Yeah, I'm just wailing here. Well, time to change. Don't worry, it's nothing like that. Time to get rid of the hat, put on the toque. She's chilly now. So. I keep telling you in other videos that I lose most of my heat through my head, which most people do, and I got a huge head, so therefore I lose a lot of heat, so I got to keep it maintained. No matter how much of that deep woods or off you put on, they still eat you. Just not as, they just prolong the agony. Instead of coming at you once and just getting it over it, putting on the bug spray just tends to drag it out, that's all. What an evening. Sitting out here watching two bald eagles flying around. Seagulls up there chasing after them. And I can't tell you how many whales I've seen. I know I'm repetitive. I said that a few times. Well, soon gonna be time to start shutting down. Get ready to go inside the tent. Gonna be dark soon. Not much to do out here. Not much to do in the tent either, but that's it. Gotta settle down for the night, I guess, at some point. That's cool. Fairy lights. Another one there. I usually hate lights, but those two over here will lead me down over the steps to where I need to pee at night. Actually, I could go just stand there at night. I'll figure it out. Well, I think it's time to go inside the tent. It's dark out. Might as well go and get comfortable. Alright. No matter how hard I try to keep organized, I always end up disorganized. Like, I don't even know which end is my head. I think it's this way. I could be wrong. Well, you probably can't see me. I don't... How can I get a light? Oh yes, I got this light. See if I'll shine this at me. Ooh, that's bright. Oh my god. Okay, that's doable. Anyway, as you can tell, I got my headband on. I'm ready for bed. Going to listen to some Sam Harris tonight as I fall asleep. I brought my big double mattress this time, so hopefully that gives me a bit more comfort. So anyway, I'm off to sleep. I got so many meds in me right now, I can't focus anyway. So I shall see you in the morning. Good night.
Good morning. How are you this morning? It is 7:40 and I didn't sleep that well. Been awake off and on, mostly from the noise of the tent. The wind would catch the tent, as you can hear, and it flaps around and stuff. Don't need my sexy headband anymore. Oh boy. This is the part of camping that sucks. Is the crawling out of bed and getting dressed and then gotta unpack everything. Or repack everything. Oh well, that's it. One item at a time, right? There is no graceful way of putting on boots. Oh man. You can hear the wind whistling through my toothpaste. It's a good view for while I'm brushing your teeth. Time to get a morning coffee on the go. Never tastes good right after brushing your teeth, though, does it? Hopefully there's enough propane left today. Wasted it all trying to cook that hamburger yesterday. No whales out there this morning. I'd say their bellies are full. That's right, I gotta boil extra water this morning because I am having oatmeal for breakfast. And where'd my other water bottle go? It was on the table with me. Oh, there it is. That should be good enough. Love these little things. Maple and brown sugar. It's my favorite. Coffee. And oatmeal. I'll save that little bit in case I want another bowl of oatmeal. I'll stir my coffee first, since that doesn't stick to my spoon in clumps like oatmeal does. Alright, let's see how this turns out. Actually, I think I need the second pack in there. Put too much water. She's pretty soupy. Oh, that's better. Needed 2 packs. I'll show you what it looks like. Because I know you're dying to know what I'm stirring in the pot here. No, this is not political. So I'm not stirring that pot. Looks good. Let's see how she tastes. It's a hit. I can cook I can cook oatmeal. I feel special today. Coffee's done, breakfast is done. Now it's time for the sucky part. Packing it all up. Here we go. All packed up, all cleaned up, no mess. Time to get going on this thing. All right, we're out of here. Had to switch my mics around, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. The adapter I have that connects my mic to my action camera ended up falling off, and I can't find it. Could be in my gear somewhere. We'll see. Well, I gotta say that was a pretty good night. I didn't get the best sleep, but that's beside the point. Still a good night. It's a nice evening sitting around. The only thing missing was a fire, but I won't sulk about that. Couple whales in again. So I was gonna go to Portagrave, but I'm thinking I'm gonna skip it. I've been there a few times already, and I'm not gonna lose any sleep if I don't go there today, because most likely I'll go up there and do that as a trip on its own, because there's a lot up there to take in, and I'm probably not gonna have time to do it right today. Actually, I probably do have the time, but I'm just not in the mood. If I want to be totally honest. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Lower Island Cove. We just passed that little spot, forget the name, it was like Flamingo Heritage Point or something. That was my plan B if I couldn't find anywhere in Grates Cove to sleep. So that's where I was going to stay. Who knows, maybe someday I'll come back here and crash in that spot. Quite possibly, because it's on my radar now. Especially if I want to come up and start exploring some of these other areas in more detail.
kind of like I just did with Grates Cove, because that was my focus. So, what area is this? It's a nice scenic place. Well, I'm going to sign off here. There's not much else for you to see. Basically just a highway from here to Trans-Canada and Trans-Canada home. So I hope you got something out of this video. I know I got something out of making the video. It's nice to get away for a night. Just sit there and enjoy the sunset, watch the whales breaching for a few hours. So yeah, so hopefully you got something out of it and you enjoyed at least a little bit of it. And I hope to see you for my next video. So until then, take care of yourself and have an awesome day.